For the first time in the show's history, Chef Anne Burrell isn't the host and mentor of Worst Cooks in America Celebrity Edition, Heroes vs. Villains, and she finally broke her silence about why with some cryptic comments. Anne has been the host and mentor of every season of Worst Cooks in America since the show premiered in 2010, but for Worst Cooks in America Celebrity Edition, Heroes vs. Villains, Chef Jeff Morrow and Chef Antonia Lofaso have taken the lead roles without any explanation about Anne's absence from Food Network. Anne's fans were more interested in why she's not appearing in Worst Cooks in America this season, but she didn't seem to know the reason. In an Instagram post, Anne shared some photographs from a New York Rangers hockey game, with the caption, "Sue hi everyone and Happy New Year. It's been a minute since I have posted but I'm back." She went on to say that she was at Madison Square Garden cheering on her favorite team, the Rangers, and hanging out in the Delta Lounge to serve her steak pizzaiola hero. However, Anne's fans were more interested in why she's not appearing in Worst Cooks in America this season, but she didn't seem to know the reason. In the comments section of the post, one fan wrote, "Chef, how come you are not doing Worst Cooks this season? That is your show." Anne replied, "I know. And I don't know," with confused face, shrugging, and red heart emojis. Another fan asked, "Why aren't you in Worst Cooks? It's not the same." Anne answered, "Honestly I don't know," with the same emojis. When a third fan told her to come back next season, she responded, "I will so try," with a smiling face and red heart emoji. What Anne Burrell's comments about her Worst Cooks in America absence mean? Was Anne fired or did she leave because she wanted to? Anne's comments about her absence from Worst Cooks in America Celebrity Edition, Heroes vs. Villains were very cryptic. It's confusing and strange that she would say that she didn't know why she wasn't on the show, which could indicate that she wasn't asked to return. However, her comment that she'd try to come back to it could also mean that she took a leave of absence from the show willingly. Whatever the reason, it's clear from the comments section of Anne's post that her fans miss her greatly and want to see her back on Worst Cooks in America. From her Rockin' Red Stars team to her catchphrases such as, "Brown food tastes good," Anne was very entertaining on the cooking series. It was so inspiring to see how she turned terrible cooks into phenomenal chefs in such a short time. Anne really seemed to love her job on Worst Cooks in America, so it's surprising that she's no longer on the show. Our take on Anne Burrell's comments about her Worst Cooks in America absence. Anne seems to be sending a message. The fact that Anne hasn't come right out and explained why she's not on Worst Cooks in America Celebrity Edition, Heroes vs. Villains is probably a sign that Food Network fired her. However, it seems impossible that she wouldn't know why she was fired. But the situation is reminiscent of what happened to Kids Baking Championship host and judge Valerie Bertinelli. Last year, Valerie was fired from the show, with Food Network citing budget cuts as the reason. However, months later Cardia Brown was announced as her replacement on the beloved series. Valerie was devastated by her firing, but Anne doesn't seem as upset about her absence from Worst Cooks in America. This is why it's also possible that it was her choice to leave, but that doesn't explain why she said that she didn't know why she wasn't on Worst Cooks in America Celebrity Edition, Heroes vs. Villains. Anne seems to be sending a message that there's more to the story about why she's no longer on the show. Whatever the reason for her absence, although Jeff and Antonia are doing a fantastic job, Anne is really missed.